If you ever felt like there were times where you wanted to quit or that music wasn't necessarily for you, like you didn't have faith in what you were doing?
Yeah, hell no.
That's good.
Hell no. Because quitting is never an option.
But have there been times where you've maybe felt like, you talked about being misunderstood before, have there been times where you've maybe felt like people weren't understanding it and then that frustration leads you to maybe not want to continue on that path?
That's the shit that get me, going. That type of shit right there. Not being accepted is like my whole driver. Like, people not fucking with me. I just want to prove a point that I'm not as bad as, I just want to know what you don't fuck with, you know, and that's always helpful information. And I get that advice to everybody. Like, if you feel like quitting is the thing, just challenge them quitting to like that extra pump, the second win.
Jay-Z told me, man, he was like, man, he has a power, you know, and artists need to stop trying to compete with each other.
Okay.
Link up and gain the power, man. He told me something that changed my life. He said we can all obtain money, right? But gaining the power is some whole another level.
How did he define power versus money?
He said money is something that you can get off the streets. You can get it from corporations. Power is something that no one can take from you.
Interesting.
He was saying like,
Only you can give it away,
Yeah,
or only you can lose it.
He gave it the perfect example. He was like, I can stand right here and nobody can move me. If I don't want to do this, no one can tell me I can't. If I don't want to have to do a record deal, I ain't got you.
That's true.
You know, I'm Jay-Z, I hold the power. Kanye West holds the power. Rihanna, she hold the power. He's like, if we just build a chain instead of just trying to compete, we can all have power.
If you had to compare yourself, if you could compare yourself to anybody, who would you compare yourself to, or who would you say the sound that you kind of follow or that you listen to?
I listen to like Bjork or like MGMT type of music. You know, comparison, I say back in the day I used to like compare myself to like a likes of like an MIA or like a Kid Cudi or like a Kanye, but now it's kind of like I like created my own sound and like wave and, you know, cult following and so like I don't really compare myself to anybody now.
Where did you start though? Where did it all start for you?
You know, I'm from Houston, Texas, so you know, Mo City, Texas, like to be like a little bit more exact, you know, it kind of just started there, and like, you know, whether it's like me and my DJ Chase, like, you know, we doing house parties or like we doing like random stuff in the city or like whatever the we doing in the city, you know, to like keep popping.
Yeah.
You know, my whole thing was always creating a vibe or like curating a vibe for my culture or for like kids like me. So I always wanted to put people in an environment, you know, with venues and like sometimes when you try to go into someone's establishment, you know, it kind of like it's always a conflict because you want to rage and then they want to like confine you to this like box and so like that was always my thing. And so like, we gonna take over this person's house and use their backyard. Yo, Chase, bring the KRKs. I'm gonna bring my home theater system.
Right.
And then like, we gonna just rock this So it was kind of like that, you know, in Mo City, and then, you know, kind of like branched out to Houston a little bit. But then, you know, just growing up in Houston, Texas alone, it just doesn't have like a real industry.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that like I'm an industry person, but it's just like to get like an outlet. You know, the radio is kind of like one-sided, you know, the scene is kind of one-sided too. So like I had to like really leave to break the barrier to try to like give more kids like me, you know, a sonic hearing. I'm not the artist to just like rap in front of a mic with a DJ behind me and just like try to bore you with my songs. Like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to put on a show. Like, I don't make music to just like for a DJ to be behind me with his weak little like tar mat with his like DJ face on it. Like, I'm not about that. You know, we create this music, man, with like light shows, man. The people, it's like an experience. Like, those sounds like are supposed to like control the atmosphere, AKA the lights, the smoke, the strobes, all that.